Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, 10 Ways to Wear It. I'm Alicia, and on this channel I take one fashion item or one fashion trend and show you all 10 different ways to wear it. Now today's video is all about 10 things that I no longer buy. And if you guys are on a journey to save more money, be less wasteful, then you're going to be able to relate to a lot of this stuff. I've done this video before and it did really well, but on that one I focused on fashion items. Today we're going all over the house, okay? These are things that I've been buying that I need to just take a chill pill on. So hopefully you guys will find this video helpful. Let's go ahead and talk about 10 things that I no longer buy. Okay, so jumping right in, the first item I want to talk about is a makeup item, and it's something that I will not be buying any more of, and that is eyeshadow palettes. You guys, I have a huge collection of eyeshadow palettes. I have all of these. Okay, a lot of different ones here. This one is a Pat McGrath one that I paid a fortune for, that I, as you can see, have barely used. Paid a whole bunch of money for that. I also have this stack here. So all of these eyeshadow palettes. And then on top of that, I have this jar full of like mini and what do you call those, pigments and the little sticks and things like that. I just have too many eyeshadow palettes and it's ridiculous. And the truth is, I'll never use them all, and I tend to reach for the same ones over and over. If I was really like going out of my way to do like colorful looks and things like that, you know, then I would think about continuing to add them, but I really don't. Like, it's like, why do you have so many? So this is something I'm no longer buying. I'm gonna work with the collection that I have. You know, unless some companies wanna send me some stuff, I will definitely use it, but I myself will not be spending any more of my coins on eyeshadow palettes because I have too many here. I need to go through and filter out what I don't need, and then I'll never use them all, and I tend to reach for the same ones. So eyeshadow palettes, we're done with those. On to the next item. So the next item that I will no longer be buying, and this one might be a little touchy for some of you ladies out there, is big purses. Okay, I have had to come to the acceptance that I am not a big purse loving woman. I tend to go for smaller, more cute, petite purses. I just love little purses. Me and my sister used to call them cocaine purses, but that's what I love. My brother brought me this beautiful Michael Kors purse for Christmas, and I love it. I love the color. I love burgundy. I wear it a lot during the fall. This would be like the perfect fall bag, but as you can see, the tag is still on her. She has not been used. She probably will not be used, and I know he paid a nice coin for that. You know, I love my little brother. He don't have a lot of money and stuff like that, and the fact that he went out and got that for me, I'm gonna hold on to that one, but I myself won't be buying myself any more large purses. Like I said, I like small little petite purses like this. You guys know I've done a bunch of hauls featuring my little tiny little vintage purses like this one. So cute. This is what I like. I like little petite, oh, and I'm dropping them all over, y'all, they falling. A waterfall of purses, but I like little petite coin purses, and you know, just purses that are big enough to fit your phone and a little change in your cards. That's what I like. I do not really care for really big purses anymore. They don't tend to fit my style, and the ones that I have just are sitting collecting dust for the most part. So big purses are another thing I will no longer be buying. And if you're like me and you know that you prefer medium or smaller purses, it's time to rethink your purchases when you go out to find purses, because if you're buying big purses and you know you're not using them like that, don't do it. Okay, now my everyday purse that I carry, it is kind of large, but I'm talking about the purses that I wear like on a daily when I'm actually getting dressed. No more big purses for me. I have my large practical bag that I carry every day, and as far as what I have in my collection, I'll probably hold on to a few of those, but I won't be adding anymore, and I will be filtering out some of the ones that I have that are just collecting dust. So large purses, on to the next. The next thing that I will no longer be buying is expensive sunglasses. Now, you all know I am not a luxury influencer. I don't even pretend to be, but I have invested in some nice sunglasses. There are certain things that I will invest in, and sunglasses in the past was one of those things. I would spend, you know, $200, $250, $300 on a pair of nice sunglasses, but that's over. I won't be doing that anymore. If I do get name brand or luxury brand sunglasses, they will be gifts from my boyfriend or my dad or somebody special to me, because I won't be buying anymore. That's just what it is. But I do have some of the ones that I invested in here. These are my Chloe sunglasses. They're from Nordstrom. You know, they're pretty badass. You know, these are nice or whatever, but I won't be buying anymore. I also have these really cool Gucci sunglasses that I got from Nordstrom. As you can see, they got the little little Gucci sign on the side, you know, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. No more of that, okay? No more expensive sunglasses. Sunglasses are just too easy to lose. They're too easy to break, and they're too easy to get stolen. And I can't tell y'all how many times I've sat at a dinner table with a nice pair of sunglasses on and walked up and left them sitting there like an idiot. Or, you know, left my sunglasses sitting somewhere at somebody's house and it's like, oh, we don't see them, girl, you know, or whatever. No more of that. It's just too easy to lose or break them. These are another pair of Gucci sunglasses that I paid way too much money for. Yeah, quite a few nice ones here. I also have these Kate Spades, which, you know, these are nice. These are something that I'll wear for a good long time. But the truth is, I've found nice sunglasses that are not expensive. So I have a few of those here. These I recently thrifted for $13. They got beautiful details on them, and they just look so bomb. These are so gorgeous. Oh, I look like my mama in these, y'all. I look just like my mama. Hey, Maxine. Anyway, I also have these really cute ones from Nasty. I think these were like 13 bucks. So cute, and these are modern. This style is really popping right now. I also have these from ASOS. ASOS sunglasses are usually about $18 to $22 and very affordable, and these are just so nice and classic. I really like them a lot. Super sexy and big. I like those. These are a favorite. I always get a lot of compliments when I wear these and questions on where I got them from, but I think these are from Shein, and as you can see, they're like a little, you know, what do you call it, ombre sunglass. Brown lenses, little gold hardware, super cute. And then I have these that I recently picked up from Forever 21. They're like a chocolate brown aviator. So cute, you know, very affordable. I think these were about 11 bucks at Forever 21, and they're sexy and they're just fire. So, you know, when you're thinking of sunglasses, I used to think, you know, put a little coin on it, girlfriend, you know, get that brand, get that little, you know, emblem on the side. Not necessary. Cute sunglasses can be very affordable, and I would not be investing in any more sunglasses. But shout out to my dad and my boyfriend out there. If y'all want to do it, Chloe me up, okay? Gucci me up, Gucci gang all day, Louis me up, whatever. But as far as my coin, no more expensive sunglasses. On to the next one. So another thing that I will no longer be buying myself is perfume. I feel like I am constantly adding to my perfume collection, and I'll never actually use them all. And certain perfumes do start to change after a certain amount of time. So if you have perfumes for like 5-6 years, they do start to change. The scent will start to kind of change. And so in my opinion, certain perfumes will expire. And so if you just have bottles just sitting that you're not using, they can actually go bad, or they can smell different than they did when you originally bought them. So just constantly adding to a perfume collection is not necessarily good unless you really use a lot of perfumes and you go through different scents all the time. I have a huge collection of perfumes, and I'm gonna insert a clip for you guys right now. I like a good variety of scents. You know, I like certain high-end perfumes. I like low-end perfumes. I love my Demeter perfumes, which are like essential scents. I love those. I just have so much perfume, and over the years the collection has just grown and grown and grown. And the truth is, I'll never actually use all of those bottles. I'll never actually use them, and I do use perfume almost every day, but I'll never go through all of those bottles. So most of them will eventually go bad, or I'll get rid of them, and that's just such a waste. So I won't be buying any more perfume for myself. I'll let others buy that for me as gifts. So if somebody specifically comes to me and says, hey, what do you want for your birthday? If it's some perfume I want, I may tell them. My dad usually gets me perfume every Christmas. He'll get me 1 or 2 luxury perfumes. My boyfriend buys me perfume, so it's no need for me to buy any more. That's another thing that I'm just wasting money on, watching my money go down the drain. So I'm done buying perfumes. That's my next one. So if you're like me and you know, girlfriend, lay off buying the perfumes, okay? Let it go. We're done. On to the next one. Another item that I've decided to take a chill pill on buying is skincare products. This is another item that is steadily building up in my household, and I never actually use them all. I never empty, or it's very rare that I actually empty skincare products. A lot of them expire or go bad before I even get to finish them because I'm consistently adding and adding and adding, and sometimes I don't even get to really figure out if something actually works because I'll buy something else and start using that. So it's like I didn't even use that consistently enough to know if it works because I moved on to something else. I don't know what it is with my issue with buying skincare products, but I have decided to take a chill pill, and it has benefited my pockets in a big way, you guys. Not buying skincare products in the last 6 months has saved me so much money because I'm always like picking up something. So it saved me money, trust me. And if you think about doing this, trust me, it'll save you money. So the decision I've made is to use the products that I have, go through all of them, and then start buying more. But as I buy more, I'm no longer gonna just be picking up random things or buying them like, you know, huge amounts. I'm gonna just buy as I need them so that I won't start building up again. This is my container of skincare products. I can't even put the wooden top on it anymore because it's so full. And I have some pretty good stuff in here. I have all of the Versed beauty products. I have all of those. The nighttime retinol cream here. I got the eye cream. I have all the e.l.f. Holy Hydration products. I have these Peach and Lily products, which are not cheap. These are $40 each at Target. Still sitting, you know, it's being used occasionally, but not enough. I also have La Mer. This cost me a fortune at Nordstrom. It's super expensive, this cream. So I got some good stuff in here, but I find that I'm just consistently adding and I'm not ever finishing them. And these products will expire. They will go bad. So skincare is something that I am no longer buying. I'm going to work with what I have and go through those, and then I will start adding on a more sensible level and using the mindset of buying only what I need and as I need it. So it'll save me a lot of money. Y'all know I'm on a home buying journey. I'm hoping to find a home in the next 6 months, but you know, I got to stack my coins and I got to really get more sensible about what I'm buying, and also just generally be less wasteful so it won't weigh on my conscience as much. So no more skincare for me, y'all. And you think about it, if you're like me and you have a huge pile of skincare, and this isn't even all of it, this is not what's in my medicine cabinet in my bathroom, that's also full to the point I can barely close it. So it's just time to admit there's a problem, address it, stop it. On to the next. This next thing that I am no longer buying is something that I'm sure a lot of you all can relate to, and that is pajamas and robes. This is another item that I'm like, okay, how many do you really need? And at what point is enough enough? Like seriously, I have so many sets of pajamas, and a lot of them are actually really nice, but I tend to wear the same ones over and over. I wear the ones that are most comfortable for me and that are the most practical for me. And so a lot of the really nice sets that I have are just collecting dust. My pajama drawer is a big drawer and it is packed to the max, and I just don't understand why. It makes no sense for me to have the number of pajamas that I have. So this is another category of items that I'm gonna filter through. I'm gonna actually do that today, go through my pajama drawer, and I'm gonna hold on to maybe 6 or 7 sets, and I'm gonna let go of the rest. And I might hold on to like 2 or 3 gowns. I can think of 2 or 3 that I actually really like that I'll keep, but the rest of those I'll let go of as well because it's just ridiculous. I will not be adding any more pajamas or robes. Robes is another issue for me. I have about 7 different robes, and I tend to reach for the same 2. I have one terry cloth one and one like satiny one that I wear. The other ones are just collecting dust. They're just in space that I actually need to use. So it's time for me to admit I have an issue and get rid of them. So I'm gonna get rid of them, and I'm not gonna add any more pajamas. I'm gonna hold on to the really nice ones that I have because I do have a nice collection, and I'm gonna just work with those, okay? Because I remember the days when I first moved into my first apartment, and I used to wear t-shirts to bed. I used to wear, you know, slips to bed, like actual clothing stuff to bed. Pajamas weren't a big deal, but you know, pajamas are something that I consider to be a luxury. They always make me feel good when I put on my pajamas at night and wrap my hair up. You know, I just feel good. I just feel like I got it going on. So I like pajamas these days. I do like that I don't have to sleep in t-shirts because I'm broke and struggling. I do like that. But at the same time, it's kind of gotten out of hand. Enough is enough already. Time to stop buying pajamas. So pajamas and robes, on to the next one. Okay, so this next one is a really good one, and this one is gonna make you all think. If you're a book lover, you're gonna be into this one. Books are another thing that I will no longer be buying. Yes, and as a book lover, that even sounds weird coming out of my mouth, but other than the occasional collectible book, cookbooks and journals, I would not be adding any more books to my collection, and I'm doing that for a few reasons. One of the reasons is I have enough books. The books that I have, I probably won't read over, so I'm actually going to be donating most of them when I get ready to move out of this apartment. I'm going to be donating most of my books because I don't tend to read books over and over, and I'm the type of books that I like are stories. I do love self-help books and things like that, and those I will tend to read over, so I'll probably hold on to a few of those that I have. But I like to read murder mysteries and, you know, just actual stories. Once you read them, it's already in your head. It's like, and the way they're making movies out of these books these days, it's like, why hold on to a book? And another reason is I like to read audiobooks. I like Audible, so I listen to books a lot when I'm at work, driving around, patrolling and whatnot. I listen to Audible. I also like to read books on my iPad a lot, so I'll download them from Amazon. I have Amazon Prime, and so I get books on a lot of books for free and things like that. So it's just really not a reason for me to continue adding books. And the best reason of all that I won't be buying books anymore is because I love the library. I love going to the public library to check out books. It's just one of those pastimes that I've always loved since I was a kid. I remember us, like as a big group of cousins, going to the library to get books to read, checking them out, going home, enjoying our books in some corner somewhere, and just really enjoying that. And I still love that. I still love going to the library to check out books. And so it's really not a need for me to buy books. The library usually will get new books that are out, and even if you get put on a wait list to check it out of the library, eventually I'll get to it. So it's like really not a need for me to buy books anymore, like actual physical books. So I won't be adding any more to my collection, like I said, unless they're like the really occasional collectible book or a cookbook, because I do love cookbooks, or journals. Y'all know I'm a journal girl, so I love a good journal, like especially the prompted ones. But other than that, no more books for me. So if you're a book lover like me and you find books just stacking up and you're like, these books are just collecting dust, they're in the way, I could really use this shelf for something else, time to let them go and time to stop buying books, okay? Time to start thinking differently about how we're spending our coins. On to the next item. Another thing that I am heavily considering no longer buying, and I'm pretty much there, and in my last video, you know, I kind of talked about this, is prints. I am over prints. I have too many printed items in my wardrobe. Now I won't be giving up the classics, so I will always have stripes, I'll always have some leopard prints, and I'll always have some plaids. But as far as the florals and the polka dots and the abstracts, I'm kind of laying off of those, and that's basically in the realm of tops, dresses, and bottoms. I'm laying off the prints, you guys. I just have too many that I don't wear, and going through this like style reformation that I've been working on, I really realized that I'm gonna have to let go of a lot of the prints, okay? I can definitely be the kind of person who just, girl, I don't want to say a clown, but sometimes I go a little bit too far with it, and I've realized that in reviewing and really looking at my style, I've had to make some changes. So prints are something I'm kind of laying off of. They can be difficult to style. That's one of the reasons I'm kind of laying off of them. Sometimes they can go out of style, and I'm really trying to target my purchases towards items that are classic and that give me my cost per wear for years to come. So sometimes printed items can be a trendy item. It can be just a item for right now, and I'm trying to move away from that, if you get what I'm saying. So that's another reason why I'm laying off prints, for economical reasons, style reasons, as well as, you know, room in my apartment, quality, all of that stuff is factoring into my decision to kind of lay off purchasing prints. So if you're on that journey with me as well, ladies, let's get into it. Y'all saw my print video where I was weeding out the prints, so you know, hopefully that helped you all. And as far as me, I may add a printed item here and there, but I certainly won't be adding them at the capacity and the frequency that I used to. So prints, bye-bye. On to the next item. Okay, so this next one is gonna trip you guys out. Y'all gonna be like, okay, what? How you doing that? But this was really gonna get you guys. So another thing that I will no longer be buying, just for saving my coins and also my peace of mind, so I'm not feeling as wasteful as I normally do, is perishable foods. I will no longer be buying perishable foods in bulk. I buy as I cook these days. So I tend to go to the grocery store a day or two before I know I'm gonna cook a meal and buy the ingredients. That's not to say I don't have items in my freezer, because I'm actually gonna take you guys to my 2 freezers right now, but I find that a lot of food in my apartment goes to waste. I put it in the freezer, it either gets freezer burn, it goes bad, or I have it in the refrigerator, you know, proteins and vegetables and things like that, and they tend to go bad before I can use them because I'm not shopping as I cook. I'll shop like, you know, for the week, and it's like by the end of the week that cilantro, you know, those green onions, those tomatoes are starting to go bad. Potatoes are something that I'll still buy, but other than that, I'm not buying like a lot of perishable foods. And right now I want to go ahead and take you guys to my freezer right now so that I can better explain this, because I know y'all like, wait a minute, I got kids, I got this. Wait, let's go to my freezer. I'm gonna show you what I am buying and then talk a little bit more about the reasons I'm no longer buying like heavy grocery shopping because the groceries are going to waste. But let's go to the freezer. Let's go. Okay, you guys, so I brought you to the freezer. This is the freezer that's attached to my refrigerator, and as you can see, primarily what I have in here are prepared foods. So I got some sausages back there, I got some garlic and ginger back there. On the bottom I have a lot of chopped vegetables. I buy these pre-chopped vegetables from the grocery store, so I have quite a few of those that I'll freeze for like soups and pastas and things like that. Got some chopped garlic, bread so it won't go bad. I have some frozen broccoli. I have seafood. That's something that I do believe in freezing because I eat a lot of seafood, but as you can see I don't have a lot of meat in here other than like some breakfast sausages and stuff like that. So I no longer buy like a lot of meat, you know, steaks and stuff like that. I buy that as I cook it. So chicken breast, chicken tenders, I really don't tend to keep that kind of stuff in my freezer anymore. Now let me take you guys over to the deep freezer and show you what's in there. Okay, so here we are at the deep freezer. I wanted to show you all what I have in here. So this is another area that I have mostly prepared foods. I got some ravioli here. I love these bags of rice from Trader Joe's. So I have some of those in there. The bulgogi fried rice, the Korean fried rice. I have some frozen pasta in there. I have a lot of sausages. As you can see, this bag is full of sausages. Another bag of rice. I also have some more veggies in here that I freeze and use those for pastas and soups and things like that. So that's basically what I have in here. I got some polenta in here frozen that I can just thaw out when I'm ready to cook it. But yeah, that's the majority of what I have in here is prepared foods, because I don't believe in buying like perishable groceries that are going to go bad on me. So there you have it. That's primarily what I do buy when I grocery shop, and then as I cook, I'll go a day or two before to the grocery store and buy the recipe items. Okay, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little trip to the freezers to show you what I do buy as far as groceries. And like I said, I tend to buy perishable groceries as I'm getting ready to cook them. So I do buy them, but I don't buy them in bulk and just have them in the refrigerator anymore, because what I found was a lot of the vegetables and things like that were going bad in the refrigerator before I could use them. And then in my freezer, I would buy like some organic chicken breast or organic chicken, and then I'd go in there to use it and it's all frostbitten, almost to the point that the freezer cooked it. So it's useless to me. And like, you know, when you spend a good amount of money on like organic items and, you know, like nice wild caught salmon and stuff like that, you want to know that it's going to be good when you go to the freezer to use it. And I don't keep track when I put things in the freezer. You do, you know, if you do a good job of keeping track of things and using them before they get frostbitten or go bad, then you probably do better than me and can still do that. But for me, I found that a lot of my money was going down the drain that way. So I no longer buy a lot of perishable groceries. I only buy them as I cook them. And as for what I do buy, it's prepared foods and foods that you can heat up in the microwave, in the oven, and things like that. And I have those like ready to go when I need them. So hope you guys enjoyed that part of this video. Let's go ahead and move on to the next item that I no longer buy. So we are at the last item that I no longer buy in this video, and this is another really good one that some of you out there can probably relate to. The last item that I no longer buy are water bottles and tumblers. This is another thing that's gotten out of control in my household. For a while they started to kind of take over my kitchen, so I really had to like get it in check. So now I have them in a way that I can store them all in this basket in my kitchen. So this is what they're in inside of my kitchen. collection. So I've kind of gotten it under control, but I won't be adding any more. And I just want to go through my little collection here. So I have these 2 tumblers, which are really good. They're by the brand Thermos. Really good tumblers here. They really do keep your drinks nice and cool or hot. I have these water bottles. This is in rose quartz water bottle. This is an amethyst water bottle. So really cool water bottles from TJ Maxx that have stones in them. So you know, when you're drinking your water, you're getting that positive good energy from the rose quartz and the amethyst. Those are really great bottles, but I don't use them as much as I should. I also have this one from Target that you can get at the Bullseye Playground. I have this little tumbler that somebody gave me. I think my cousin gave me this. Really cute little plastic tumbler. I have this one here, which is, I don't know where this one is from, but it's basically like one of those double layered Starbucks tumblers. Really cute, and it actually came with the acrylic straws as well. So this is a really nice one for cold drinks. I also have these water bottles from TJ Maxx. Now these are the ones that I actually use all the time. I've been taking these to the gym and everything with me as well. So I actually do use those. And I have this one, which came from, I forgot the name of the company that sent me this. Liquid IV. So I have this water bottle that they sent me, which is really cool. It supposedly keeps your water cold for, I think, 2 days or something like that. It came with like a bunch of paperwork and stuff like that, but I have this one as well, which is a really good water bottle. So that's my collection, and you see that I have plenty here. So I will not be adding any more to my collection other than the ones that I have. So if you find yourself having a ton of water bottles taking over your kitchen, or a ton of these tumblers taking over your kitchen, and coffee cups and things like that, it might be time to consider no longer buying those. And coffee mugs are another thing that's gotten out of control, but you know, that's just something I can kind of tack on with this one. But coffee mugs, tumblers, water bottles, they kind of got out of control for me, so I will not be adding any more to my collection. I will have this little basket here in my kitchen to store them in. So this is a great idea for you all if you need to store them all in one place. Just put them in a nice little basket and stop buying them, okay? Stop buying them, y'all. Be like me. We're doing better these days. But I really do like the collection that I have, so I really don't need any more. This is enough, okay? Enough is enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this little list, because it's just kind of funny looking at stuff and seeing like how many of certain things that I really have. It really lets you know, like, girl, what are you doing with your money? If I really just started to get more conscious about my spending, I know that the amount of money that I have in the bank would be so much higher. So it's time to get on it, y'all. Get with it. Get with me. Let's do this together. We're not buying any more of this stuff.